The fast pace of unplanned urbanization in India has multiplied informal settlements, increased poverty, and left the urban poor vulnerable. To overcome such exclusions and strengthen the voice of the urban poor, Priya's Engaged Citizens Responsive City or ECRC project began working in the informal settlements of Jhansi, Ajmer, and Muzaffarpur. The goal was to increase visibility and equitable access to sanitation services to informal settlement dwellers. The approach was based on the premise that by organizing the urban poor in citywide planning, implementation, and monitoring of sanitation, their access to toilets and other services will improve. This took the form of Settlement Improvement Committees or SICs, which were led by those living in the settlements and were chosen by the community. Special emphasis was paid to promoting leadership of women and youth. SIC leaders were trained to identify problems of their settlements along with their community and help negotiate solutions with service providers and the municipality. While many SICs in Ajmer, Jhansi and Muzaffarpur were successful in initiating transformative change in their local neighborhoods, their collective voice at the city level to influence inclusive planning of sanitation services was missing. To scale up the voices of the urban poor, ECRC envisioned a city-wide organization comprising of leaders from individual SICs supported by their communities. Thus, the SIC Forum was created. The purpose of the SIC Forum was to expand the resource and network bases and the bargaining power of the urban poor with other stakeholders at the city level. It works as a bridge, bringing concerns of individual informal settlements to the city-wide table of multiple stakeholders. The SIC forums in all three cities have grown to become elaborate, credible networks that have begun to address development challenges beyond sanitation. Meetings were organized with respective SICs to help them identify 2 to 3 members who would represent them at the SIC forum. Through a democratic, iterative process, 15 to 20 SIC members were finalized as the steering group of the forum, which had equal representation of men, women, and youth. Once the steering group had been chosen, a formal launch of the SIC forum was organized in each city. Media coverage of this launch event gave wide visibility to this organization of the urban poor. In the weeks following the launch, Priya facilitated a series of meetings of the steering group, and a core executive committee of 4 members was democratically identified and constituted. The birth of the SIC Forum created a support network for informal settlement dwellers to come forward with a collective strong voice. It helped establish their credibility as knowledge partners in the planning of sanitation and other services with the municipalities. While the SIC Forum began from sanitation, they quickly moved towards addressing other areas of civic life, some as fundamental as health and education. Within 6 months, the SIC forums in Ajmer and Jhansi had begun to raise awareness about government schemes as well as facilitate the process of applications for toilets and legal documents. A participatory settlement enumeration or PSE conducted by the SIC members and community dwellers collected localized data at the settlement level on the gaps in sanitation infrastructure and services. The SIC Forum followed up with the respective SICs to help them draft letters, complete applications, and other related processes to access toilet subsidies, helped build community toilets, and ensure better waste management. The visibility of the urban poor through the SIC forums have transformed them into the flag bearers of campaigns such as World Cities Day, Environment Day, and International Women's Day. SIC Forum members in Muzaffarpur were trained by the Muzaffarpur Municipal Corporation to be Swachhagrahis or cleanliness ambassadors during the Swachhta Sarvekshan 2018 to raise awareness about citizen engagement through online mediums. The SIC Forum also mobilized informal settlements to gather resources to fix non-functional community toilets and to monitor their cleaning. This process raised immense awareness about solid waste management at the settlement and city level. SIC Forum volunteers went to schools across their city to teach children about the goals of the sanitation campaign and their roles in it. Several forum members have been working relentlessly to tackle the lack of education among the urban poor youth. By mobilizing their networks and resources, they have enabled primary education through evening classes for over 100 children. The Muzaffarpur SIC Forum raised funds from the informal settlements to contribute towards disaster relief funds for the Kerala floods in 2018, affirming the forum's expansive potential. Expansion of the SIC network was enabled through exposure visits of SIC members to other ECRC locations. This gave them an opportunity to share experiences and learn from each other. From a situation where most households did not have toilets, defecated in the open, did not participate in the maintenance of their neighborhoods, today a city-level SIC forum voices the existence, expertise, and potential of urban poor citizens. The forum acts as the first point of contact of the urban poor and are challenging the status quo on how multiple stakeholders interact with each other across the city. The power of ordinary citizens to bring about change has begun, marching forward through collectives like the SIC forums in India's small and medium towns.